So that was last year. Now this year, you're reading a book called Emergence and iConnect. And that book is talking about what it is to be like, what it's like to have Asperger's disease. Asperger's syndrome is a syndrome that is very, it's part of the spectrum of autism. And the woman whose book you're reading, who's the author, Temple Grandin, is very well known across the country. In a previous position, I got to meet her and speak to her at a conference. She's fascinating. I would encourage you to look up clips on YouTube to hear her speak and hear her talk about what it's like to be autistic. You'll be reading some of that information as well, but just a totally different experience to hear her talk about it. We decided, as you planned to read Emergence this year as the common reader for iConnect, that we would have at least some of your service hours focus on folks with special needs. And so I spent a good deal of time this summer actually working on creating relationships with community partners that do service special needs. How many, I'm just really quick, raise your hand if you have ever worked or lived or had an intimate connection with someone who had a special need. Okay, so about half of you, that's great. So this is going to be an experience for some of you that may be a little bit different. But I think that you will find yourself in amazement at individuals who don't come to the table maybe with some of the same kinds of characteristics or skills that we do, yet can be very, very successful. We have a variety of service sites available for you. We do ask that you register for your service on our website by October 15th, and I'm going to talk about how to do that in just a second. And then we do ask that you complete your student service tracking form and turn it in by no later than Monday 19th. Now, I think there are a couple faculty members who have asked for that earlier, so if your professor is one of those people, you need to follow their directions. But there should be information in your iConnect course Blackboard site about all those different options. So what should I expect to do? A lot of the settings that we'll be placing you are opportunities to be in a small group with people with special needs while they do activities. A lot of them are arts-based activities. Your expectation is only that you be a role model in that group. So you sit there, and if the instructor has everybody clapping their hands, you sit and clap your hands. If they have you doing some kind of gesture or whatever, you do that. You're going to be modeling verbal and physical interactions that are appropriate, because they may not always have appropriate interactions. Just think about being positive, happy, cheerful. If someone needs help and they're sitting next to you, you can help with that. Be a part of the group and the activity, and be energetic. My biggest thing, though, is no cell phones. This is a time to leave your cell phone in your car, turned off, or in your pocket. All of those things. If you need some background with seeing first, that's fine too. If you want to volunteer first and watch for a couple hours before you actually do service, that's fine with us as well. One of the opportunities we have for you is here on campus. It's USF Jesters. And Jesters is an arts-based program for people with special needs, and it's been here on campus for almost 35 years. It's very, very well known in the community. It serves individuals who are ages teen through senior, and they actually meet in this building on Saturday mornings. You might see folks dropping off people on Saturday mornings. That's for that program. It starts, actually I think it starts this Saturday, and you could do your 4 hours in one Saturday here on campus. If you want to come and hear what's going to be happening for the day, you can come at 9 a.m. Or if you want to just come to participate right away, you can come at 10 a.m. You can come from 10 a.m. to 12, and that's going to be music and movement kinds of activities. And then they move over, I think, to the art building, and they do visual art activities from noon to 2. So you can either do the 10 to 12 or 12 to 2 or do 10 to 2 and get it all done in one day. I do have a short video from their latest musical. Every March they put on a musical over the weekend.
ultimate walking in a day of the life. In Group 1, we have a zombie family. In Group 2, House 2, we have the crazy family. In House 2, we have the groovy family. In House 4, we have the sick family. Of course, every family has autos. And of course, all the family has renegades.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Now that we're walking Rose family. Oh, wait a minute. Now that the movie star family. Oh, wait a minute. Now that the basketball family.
If you want to check out more about Jesters, just type Jesters in the search engine on the home page for the University of St. Francis, and you will, there's all kinds of clips from their shows, and it would give you a better idea of what you're getting into. Now in the fall, they're basically doing a lot of activities preparing for that particular show, which is in March. But then after Christmas, then they begin actual rehearsals for the show. Other special needs related opportunities, and there should be, as I said, a handout on your Blackboard side about this. Turnstone is a nonprofit agency in town that serves children and adults with physical disabilities. So this is people who either been born with a physical disability or even vets who have been injured in a war situation and then want to participate in sports, but need a place to do that. I don't know if you've heard of the Paralympics that they had in London a couple weeks ago, but we have quite a few sports opportunities in our community for people of all ages who have physical disabilities to be involved. And they have tournaments coming up where you can serve, again, another place that you could do your service in one day. Oak Hill Farm, a local farm that provides horseback riding lessons for children who have disabilities. You don't have to know how to ride a horse to help there. They'll kind of show you what to do. They also have barns that they need to have cleaned out if you want a little more indirect experience. And they have a big fundraiser coming up this fall that they need help with that. You could either work behind the scenes or work the day of the event. They need help with marketing, all kinds of things. Fort Wayne Dance Collective is a kind of a modern dance company here in town. They provide lessons and they do performances several times a year. They have a taiko drumming group that actually the lady who was running USF Jesters also runs a taiko group. And they get grants to go and work at 7 different sites in the community. They're all agencies that serve people with special needs, and you could go and be part of those groups at those agencies. So that's another option. There are very specific days and times that you would sign up for on our website. Dr. Matt Hoff here on campus has an autism research project that he's looking for help for. And there is a required meeting for that on September 12th. So if you're interested in doing that, rather than doing direct service with and for folks with disabilities, I'd encourage you to look under the community partner of USF-related events for that information. There's a Turnstone History Project that Jenny Fabush, who introduced us today, back there with the blue t-shirt, waving her hand, is in charge of, and they're putting together an archival history of Turnstone, that same agency that served physically disabled individuals. And then we have a school in town for adults who have intellectual disabilities called Life Adult Day Academy. It's very close to Homestead High School if you're a local. And they have programming from about 9:20 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. So you would just come and observe and help in those programs. And all of those are on our website. And for those who are watching the videotape who might be Crown Point students, we have options that your teacher received for you to do some things in your area. So, a little bit about using the website. Our website is easy to get to. Just remember after sf.edu/one-word service engagement, or if you forget that, go to the right-hand upper corner on the home page for USF and type the word service, and we're the first hit that comes up. And I'm going to go to that really quickly right now. So here's our website. Now, our website actually interfaces with your data in Jenzabar. So you already have a record in there as yourself, attached to your address and all that. And what you're going to go to the first time you go is student sign-in. If I can get it to work. And I'm going to log in really quickly. You just use your USF username and password, what you use to get into your regular system. And then you can either search for activities here. Actually, let me back up a step. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to Getting Started. It will tell you to sign in, and then you'll see that it asks you to take an online orientation. This is a Prezi that you are required to view and go through the whole Prezi, and then there's a quiz that you need to take right here, pre-service quiz. It's basically a 10-question quiz that you need to pass with a score out of 8 or out of 10 or better. Once you have passed that quiz, you need never, ever do that again the rest of your time here at St. Francis. But it does help us to cover some of the really important details that we need you to know before you go. And you won't ever be allowed to register for things unless you do that step. So you will need to do the orientation and the quiz. And then after you've done that, you can either search for activities by your calendar availability. So if I click here, it's automatically going to bring up today. And remember, I said you needed to be done by November 19th. So you could put that in as your final date. And then here's a place to click the days and times that you're available. Pretty self-explanatory. If it's the whole day, you click day. If it's just morning, afternoon, or evening, you click those. I'm just randomly doing it right now. And then down here, you can actually click by your interest area. So if you want to work with food distribution, click here. If you want inclusion and accessibility, you actually can choose more than one if you hold the control button down. And there's quite a few things there. So if you're part of a club or organization and you want some ideas, this will help you. Then we search for activities, and it comes up with a bunch of different activities. And then that's one way to go and look for options. The other way is to go to Browse Community Partners. Now, I told you for those special needs opportunities, I mentioned a couple different organizations. I mentioned Turnstone. There's a little bit about the actual nonprofit itself, a link to their website. And then here's one, Power Soccer Tournament on November 17th and 18th. This is actually people in motorized wheelchairs playing soccer. They have specially fitted wheelchairs. You open it up, and you can see all the iConnect classes are listed there. You're going to click, if that sounds good to you, you're going to click up here under Register Now. And then immediately this box is going to open that's a waiver. It's very important that you read that waiver all the way through, and then you're going to click this Yes box. I'm not going to do that now because that's actually going to enroll me in the activity. The other very, very important piece, under Course 1, you're doing this for your iConnect class, so you're going to click that arrow, and you're going to pull this tab down. until you find your iConnect class. It's going to go slow here. Basically, every class that's offered on campus is listed here. And unless you're in one of Jenny Fabish's 2 sections, because I think she has 2 sections, I don't see that here. You're going to find your professor, and you're going to click on that professor's name so it shows up in the box, and then this box will actually be bold when you've clicked the Yes, I Agree box. And you're going to click on Submit Registration Now. And that immediately will generate an email to you that says, you signed up for this event on this day at this time. Now, that email is an electronically generated email from our system. I want to warn you of this little fluke we have with this system. If it's an activity that could be done any day of the week, you will literally get an email, an electronic email that says you signed up for this activity, and then it'll have every day between August 27th and something like December 15th. Every Monday, and it makes it look like you have to do it every day of the week between those 2 dates. You don't. But it's a way we have, in order for you to use that search for activities function, we have to set it up and add every possible day of the week, and so it generates that email. You will get a follow-up email from the Center for Service Engagement saying, you signed up for this, contact this person at this phone number and this email to set up the time you're going to serve, or you're supposed to go this day and this time, that kind of thing. And then there will be a form attached to that email. And that form actually is something that you're going to have completed on your service site, and I'll show you that right now. It looks like this. And you will need to take that form with you when you go to serve. Fill out the information at the top, your name, time in, time out, and then someone there needs to sign that form, and you give it either to your instructor, or somebody can fax it from their office at the nonprofit, or you can bring it to our office. Those are what we expect to have back from you by November 19th. All right? So that's the website. When you go on the website, you'll see after you've clicked in that it'll show what you're registered for, and it'll also track your service hours over time. This document is also available on the website right under where you sign in. It shows you kind of it's an overview of what I just talked about. There's that tracking form. And so other things we can do for you. We can help to set up volunteer opportunities for you in the community. We can help you to track your service. If you register for your service and have your hours verified through our website every time, at the end of every semester, you'll see it as you go along throughout the semester. We actually track your hours for you so that you will have a record of all the places that you served and the number of hours you served and even what you did and comments about your work. This is a very valuable thing because at the end of the time that you're here as a student, when you graduate, you actually can use that with your resume to show that you've been civically involved. And I can tell you when I talk to employers out in the community, when they're given 2 candidates who are equal in every other way, and then they have one of those candidates who's been very, very involved in the community and done lots of work outside of their schoolwork, that is the student that they're going to hire. So a very, very valuable part of your future, and we can help with that. We also help with those local and global service immersion trips. We have awards that we give for service, and we give grants. If you have a great project, let me know, and we'll help you work on putting together the grant proposal for that. We do track hours for you. If you have over 100 hours of service in a 12-month period, you're eligible for this is from the White House, the President's Volunteer Service Award. We had 25 students who had 100 hours or more last year. We had 2 or 3 that had over 500 hours of service. Another great resume booster, and all that information is on that Center for Service Engagement webpage. We have a Facebook site, the USF Center for Service Engagement, and if you like us, we would love that. We do have an e-newsletter that we send out every 2 weeks. It comes right to your email. All you need to do to get that e-newsletter is send an email saying, sign me up to the email address serve@sf.edu, and we'll add you to the list. It is literally one page, just as it looks there. And we also have one-on-one appointments. You can come in, you can always stop by, and if we're there, we're happy to help. Or you can set an appointment by emailing serve@sf.edu. And then my last thing for you, your assignment for this weekend. Do this now, and you won't have to do it later. While it's fresh, watch the CSE orientation on our webpage and pass the quiz. And then that will be done when you go to sign up for your service. So any questions? I have about 1 minute, I think. Any questions? I'm not the last person, so I just wanted to warn you. Okay, Miss Jenny.
Okay, next up we have some faculty members from the School of Professional Studies, they're making their way up right now, that are going to talk a little bit about their programs and also mention an event that they have coming up.
Okay, hi everyone. What we need you to do now is make sure you have your magical machine, the cell phone. You won't need it right now, but in a minute or two. Just enough. And I'm education, this is psychology, this is social work. Now, everybody stand up. Stand up, please. Stand up. Whoa, yes, yes. Need to get some, yeah, everybody's a little antsy here. Need for you to keep your attention so we can finish up quickly. If you turn around, everybody turn around and look across the street. And now, I know you can't see much. Some of you can see better than others. What's that building over there called? It's a mansion. Right. It has a name. Anyone know? Brookside. Brookside. Okay. Turn back around, please. Now, what we're going to need you to do is keep that in mind. Brookside is the place. Now, we're going to find out what's going to happen there briefly. You've had a lot of talk about your calling, why you're here, what you're supposed to be doing, what you can do. We, the three departments here, education, psychology, and social work, have an event that's coming up, and everybody in iConnect is invited, and you'll get emails and see flyers. But what we'd like to do is to do a multi-sensory kinesthetic mnemonic device. Now, what in the heck is that? Multi-sensory. Okay, kinesthetic, moving around. What's a mnemonic device? Memory. Sometimes it's numbers, sometimes it's words. Right, memory device. Okay, and you want to divide you up like this. Right over here, this group, when you get the signal, this is the signal, instead of saying, I connect, you're going to yell, we connect. We connect. This group is going to say, and hold up 10 fingers, and say the word 10. This group, you're going to hold up 8 fingers, and say the word 8. This group, you're going to hold up 5 fingers and say the word 5. Okay, let's do a practice. Let's do a practice. Okay, this is practice and this is the signal. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pretty good. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Again. One more time. Okay, now what the heck does that mean? We are going to connect. 10, the 10th month of the year is October. Okay, the date is the 8th. The time is 5 p.m. So, we're going to connect on October 8th at 5 p.m. Where? Brookside. And we're going to have food, we're going to have music, and we're going to have people. And some surprises, I understand. So, what I'd like for you to do, get your magical machine out. Get your magical machine, the cell phone. Everybody, put in your cell phone, October 8th, 5 p.m., Brookside. You can just call it an event for iConnect. So, October 8th, at what time? 5. When? October 8th. Where? Okay, get that in your phones. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay, we have one more thing before we adjourn today. Aaron Willoughby is here to talk a little bit about the theater program here at USF. So let's give him a warm welcome.
All right. Oh, this is bad. Give me a mic. Whoa. All right, so we're going to play a little game. This is called the roller coaster. All right? Very easy, fun game to get you involved. So, you got the idea. So, you're going to look at me and follow me along as we go on this little roller coaster ride, right? All right, so here we go. We're all at the beginning, and here we go. We're going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, and we're going down, and we're going to the left, and we're going to the right. We're going left again, and we're going down this time, whoa, and then back up, and to the right, to the left, to the right, left, and we're going down, and we stop. Very good. All right, have a seat. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me in that. Looked like that was fun. All right, let me get some things booted up here. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so as you heard, I am going to talk to you today about the theater program we have here at St. Francis. What? Yes, we actually do have a theater program here. You may not be aware of that. Yes, let's give a round of applause to that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm very excited. This is a really exciting time for St. Francis. I don't know if you guys know about our purchase of the Scottish Rite downtown, but now we have the Performing Arts Center downtown, which is unlike anything in the area. It's a 2,000-seat auditorium. If you haven't been down there to see a show, it's amazing. It puts this place, it's crazy. But hopefully you'll get a chance to see it one of these days. So there's a couple of things I want to just talk about today. Before I get in there, why do I like theater? Well, there's a couple quotes that I like, and I just want to read a couple. These are both from Laurence Olivier, who was a famous actor. Yeah, you know who he is. So I believe that in a great city, or even in a small city or village, a great theater is the outward and visual sign of inward and probable culture. Right? Theater is what makes us important. I don't know what is better than the work that is given to an actor to teach the human heart knowledge of itself. These are little inspirational things for you to just chew on, right? Okay, so you may be thinking to yourself, well, theater, I don't have anything to do with theater. It's boring. It's not that I don't have anything to do with it. That is not correct. Theater provides a whole slew of really cool things in every major. No matter what you're doing, theater can find a way in. For example, speaking skills. Look at me up here. I'm talking to a bunch of you guys right now, and I am totally cool as a cucumber, right? You learn how to do that. And also, you're going to want to speak in front of public. You know, you're going to speak in front of the public at any kind of meetings, any kind of business arrangements. You're going to need to learn how to use your speaking skills. This is a great way to learn that and hone that. Next thing is reading comprehension. You got to be able to read a play to be able to perform it, right? So it's going to allow that to be enhanced. Next thing you're going to learn is coordination. Everybody can chew gum. Walking, chewing gum at the same time maybe not be your forte. But the great way to learn coordination is by taking theater. Singing and dancing looks easy. It is so hard to do together. Singing, acting, and dancing at the same time, whole different ball of wax. Great way to learn is by doing theater. Critical thinking. You have to be able to think on your feet. We're not in television. We can't edit this stuff. It happens live right there. If someone drops something on the floor, you got to use your critical thinking skills to fix it and just repair it and keep the show going, right? The show must go on. Theater provides that. Time management. Theater is a lot of time commitment. We got to rehearse. You got to work together as a group, right? It's all part of it. You have to be able to use your time wisely, right? Sometimes it's working backstage. It's doing homework backstage. Sometimes it's not, right? Time management is critical in the stage. Last thing, loads of fun, right? You may not, if no one's ever done theater before, you're missing out, right? It's something that you should try. This is the time to try something new while you're in school, right? When you get outside in the world, you may never have the opportunity. We have that chance right here to meet new friends, have new experiences, and have a lot of fun, okay? What are we offering here at St. Francis? This is all brand new. We just got started last year, right? A couple of things. We got the acting class. We got a voice and movement class, theater history, directing, stagecraft, which is how you put the craft of the stage all on here. A lot of really cool stuff, right? Speaking of what is coming up, in the spring, we have 2 classes. Sorry, it's really small. I thought it was going to be bigger. We have 2 classes that we're going to be offering, right? The first class that is really I'm excited for is stage, voice, and movement, okay? I teach this class. We're going to deal with how to involve your voice in what you do, how to speak correctly, how to articulate yourself, how to be able to speak to a crowd of people without a microphone and still be okay, right? Also, we're going to talk about how to do certain dialects. If you want to learn how to speak, with a British dialect or a Russian dialect, we'll teach you all that kind of stuff. Also, we're going to have physical movement involved. Movement is one of my favorite things. Working together as a group movement. Also, stage combat. I have a lot of years of stage combat work, so if you want to learn how to fight, want to learn how to stab somebody correctly, I will show you how to do that. The class is on Monday and Wednesday at 2:30 to 3:45. Now, I know you might be saying, wait a minute, this is like the second week of school. Why are you telling us scheduling? Well, believe it or not, you're going to be scheduling for your spring semester sooner than you think. I want this to just get in your radar because it's going to be a thing that you want to be involved with, right? Also, there's an advanced presentational speaking class, which is a communication class that I also teach. Really, it gets to utilize different technologies. We all know PowerPoint. We all know how Death by PowerPoint works too, right? We're going to eliminate that. There's also Prezi. If no one's ever heard of Prezi before, check that out. It's really cool. We're going to talk about all kind of how to present in an advanced format with new technologies. So if those kind of things interest you, take those classes. It's going to be awesome. Other than classes, there's lots of other ways to get involved with the theater community here. We have the drama club, right? The Act 1 Drama Club. We meet every other Monday at 9 o'clock at night. So there's no classes around. It's a later time, but we always have food. We have a good time. The drama club, we also sometimes do readings. We do workshops on how to do stage makeup. We're going to do one of those for Christmas time or for Halloween time. We're also going to be doing a lot of service projects like caroling for cans and trick-or-treating for cans for the Feed the Fort campaign and all kind of great service projects as well. Also, we have spring and fall productions. Our next big production is coming up. It's called the Will Rogers Follies. It's going to be a musical in this fall. It's going to be downtown campus, one of our first big shows, big numbers, big costumes. It's going to be a wonderful show. If you're interested in doing that, which we want you to be interested because it's going to be awesome, we have auditions this Sunday. They're this Sunday at 6 o'clock right here in North Campus in room 137. We have people from all over the community, not just USS students auditioning. We have community actors. We have high school students. We're going to have a big turnout for this show, and we want USF students to be represented because this is your school. And this is your production, right? So if you get a chance, please come to the auditions. All you need to do is prepare an up-tempo song, which is not a slow song, but an up-tempo song. And you just got to sing that for us, and we'll teach you a little dance, and you'll be on your way. Right? It's going to be a great. If you have lots of scheduling conflicts, we know how to schedule around that. Please come anyway, even if you say, oh, I'm busy on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's okay. We'll make time for you to be involved because we want you to be involved. It's going to be a great activity. All right? So, with that being said, if anybody has any questions, ever wants to come by and see me, my office is down in the Computer Animation Lab, which is down in Roland. I know it's a nice little far walk, but it's nice outside some days. So come on by and visit me. This is my number if you ever want to give me a call. This is my headshot. That's right. I am a working actor in the town, so I've done a lot of shows and movies and things like that. So if you ever want to talk to me about that stuff, let me know. I will be more than willing to talk to you about it. So once again, thank you so much for your time and your attention. Have a great Friday, and I think we have a couple more things left, but thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. Hey, I just have a quick announcements for you, and then you are good to go for the weekend. So these were scrolling on the screen before class started. Just so you know, it's not too late to sign up for intramural volleyball. Come with or without a team on Monday at 9:30 to the North Campus Gym if you're interested in playing volleyball as an intramural sport. Number 2, this weekend, there's an art gala on Saturday evening from 6 to 9 p.m. There's free food, art, and guess what? It's free. So over at Roland, head back there. It's a formal event, so dress up a little bit. And last but not least, tomorrow there's a home football game at noon at the stadium. You get in for free with your student ID, so take that with you. Go support the Cougars. Have a good weekend.